We love it raw.
Hi, this is We Love It Raw with A.S. Caldero, Chris Corey, The Future, and V Ness. Please subscribe, listen, share, tag, make people hear this. This is a great show. Thank you guys. We love you.
We love it raw!
A quick briefing about the WWE Network. It's getting a lot better. There's a new show on the WWE Network called Breaking Ground. Now, Breaking Ground is all about looking into the lives of up-and-coming talent in Orlando at the Performance Center and their quest to trying to become the next big WWE superstar or the next big WWE diva. And it talks about the current divas as well. You know, you got Bayley, and it talks about Dana Brooke, talks about even the current guys on the roster. Sami Zayn, it talks about Mojo Rawley sometimes. It even went into Tyler Breeze. And they gave, their input to this new class of up-and-coming talent about the sacrifices that it takes, the endurance that it takes, the physicality that it takes to be a WWE superstar or a WWE diva. It's no joke. It's no game to play. And the first week of Breaking Ground was, getting along with everyone, getting introduced to the coaching staff, the talents and all that. And they learned how to put a ring together. So, it gave them a chance to bond. It gave them a chance to physically know what it takes in the WWE. And leading up to this week's episode of Breaking Ground, we went into training. And if you recall a lot of episodes of NXT, and I've talked about it on the shows as well, that NXT is about endurance, and it's about stamina, it's about charisma and your character. But one doesn't know what goes on in the Performance Center. Well, with Breaking Ground, you saw firsthand, you get to see it firsthand, that the Performance Center is no joke. And these men and women that are trying to become WWE superstars and divas are going through hell, okay? They may think it's torture, but it's not. It's endurance, and they're trying, and these coaches, and I'll tell you, some of them are really good coaches, like Matt Bloom, for those who don't know, Prince Albert, or Lord Tenzai. Then you had Regal, former commissioner of the WWF. Then you had Norman Smiley, former WCW talent. And you had Billy Gunn, former tag team champion, former member of DX. So each of those guys, including others that are already there, are giving their own perspective to these new and upcoming talents that are there. And they're laying it on the line. They're giving these guys a shot. And there's been times during this episode that they got aggravated. That they feel that these talents are not giving it 110%. They're not giving it all. They're not physically adapting to what is expected from them. If they want to go on, if they want to make it to the next level, you have to adapt. You have to evolve. And that's what these coaches are doing. And one can only imagine what next week's episode of Breaking Ground is going to be. So, watch it. It's a great show. It will get you wondering if you want to become a WWE superstar. Train. Eat right. Get into shape. Try it. Because watching this, it'll make you think twice at times. But it'll also drive your momentum to a new level. So, That's one excellent show that I thought is really worth watching, and I'm really watching it really well. So, also on the WWE Network, there was a show called Legends with JBL. He talked to Eric Bischoff. Excellent interview. I suggest you watch it. Talks about the rise of WCW, the success of WCW, all the way to when WWE purchased it and beyond. Great segment. Table for Three is on there, so that's a good one. Overall, the WWE Network, is progressing more and more, and it's getting a lot better. They're putting on a lot of new shows. They're putting on new episodes of Raw, SmackDown. Watch old school episodes of Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-views, and everything. So, like I said, the WWE Network is evolving into a better network, and I look forward to seeing more shows on the WWE Network as, the year progresses. So, stay tuned for further updates about the WWE Network.
Well, just based off your energy, I am proud to be here in Denver, Colorado.
Home of the unbeaten Broncos.
And I'm also proud to stand here as the #1 contender in the next WWE World Heavyweight Champion. But I want to talk about the current champ, Seth Rollins. You see, he's good. In this ring, he's very good. But he's also good at a couple other things, like brown-nosing and kissing the authorities' ass. And I don't like people who pucker up. I don't like people who lie in my face and stab me in the back. I don't like weasels. So I guess I don't like Seth Rollins. But he's been lucky enough to remain the champ since WrestleMania. But his luck is running out because there is not a force on earth that can stop me from beating him and becoming the next WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And you can believe that.
And with the opening guarantee by Roman Reigns, the road to Survivor Series is now in full effect. Just less than 3 weeks away to Survivor Series. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to We Love It Raw. And what you just heard there is what I mentioned already. The opening attack by Roman Reigns on Seth Rollins. But you all probably are wondering, would Seth Rollins have a rebuttal statement? The answer is yes.
You can call it lucky, you can call it whatever you want. Seth Rollins has defeated everyone for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
You heard it from JBL right there. He beat everyone.
You want me to believe that you're going to do something that no one else has and take my WWE World Heavyweight Championship from me? Well, I don't believe it, Roman. Not for 1 second, but I want to address something else. Did I hear you properly? Did you pay me a compliment out here just a second ago? Well, I feel I need to return the favor, Roman, because it's no secret that you are very good as well. I mean, I wouldn't have recruited you to be in the Shield if I didn't think that you were good. I mean, look at everything that you've accomplished. Look at this past year's WrestleMania. Roman, you stood toe-to-toe with the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. You took everything he had to dish out, and you threw it right back in his face. So you're good, Roman, but how did that night turn out for you, huh? cashed in my Money in the Bank contract at WrestleMania, I pinned you and became the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Overnight, I rewrote history. I did something no one else in the history of WWE has ever done before. You understand that? And when it's all said and done, when history is written about you, Roman, when it comes to you and me, yeah, you're good. But you're gonna be second best, always. And these people, they will only remember you as the guy who used to carry my bags.
So the battle lines are drawn between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Both have valid guarantees. Both made valid predictions as they head to Atlanta for Survivor Series. But the only question is going to be, through the guts and the determination that Roman Reigns has put since he wasn't in the Shield 3 years ago, can he overcome the barrier and become the next WWE champion? We're going to find that out in 3 weeks in Atlanta at Survivor Series. But that's how We Love It Raw kicks off. But that's not just the only thing I'm going to talk about. No. I want to talk more about the ongoing dispute, if you may say, with the Divas Revolution. Now, this has become, in Paige's persona, kinda personal, if you may say. Paige was the one that started this Divas Revolution, then says that it's all about her, then makes up with Paige, with Charlotte and Becky, and then what does she do? Just last week, she turns on him. Yeah, she turns on him. So one has to think, is the mindset of Paige all there? Well, it must be, because she has a chance. If she would win this fatal 4-way match to be the #1 contender for the WWE Divas title. And she would face former team member Becky Lynch, Nikki's sister Brie, and Sasha Banks, the Boss, who was formerly NXT Women's Champion. So Sasha knows what it is like to be a champion. And the match itself, physical all around. All of them have had personal animosity towards one another. Sasha and Brie, Becky and Paige just recently. But in the end, Paige would hit the Rampage on Becky, get the 1, 2, 3, and Paige is now your new #1 contender for the WWE Divas title. That's very interesting to see that. Also, as we approach Survivor Series, many questions are arising now. What has become of The Undertaker and Kane, the Brothers of Destruction? Let me take you to Hell in a Cell. Taker Lesnar, one of the most physical altercations I have ever seen in my long tenured life watching WWE TV. What happens after that? The Wyatts destroy The Undertaker even further and carry him out like a sacrament to God knows where. Now on Raw, the very next night after Hell in a Cell, Bray's in there, proclaiming that he is the god. He's the new face of fear. He's the new Undertaker. Kane tries to come out, tries to get answers, but gets ambushed, whacked, and also taken out like a sacrament to the back while Bray Wyatt is singing. He's got the whole world in his hands. He comes out on SmackDown and proclaims himself indestructible, unbeatable, a non-threat to anybody, including The Undertaker and including Kane as well. So, fast forward now to last night on Raw. Bray Wyatt continues his proclamation as being the new face of fear and better than The Undertaker. This, ladies and gentlemen, is as personal as you want to make it. Take a listen.
The souls of the Brothers of Destruction. Bray Wyatt said the demise of The Undertaker has become his resurrection. He said the spirit that fuels the Brothers of Destruction now belongs to the Wyatt family.
You heard Michael Cole say what Bray Wyatt's been proclaiming, that he is now better and more indestructible than The Undertaker. Cole and JBL are now talking about what had the Wyatts done over the last week and a half to the Brothers of Destruction. Now, guarantee, fact this is getting back to WrestleMania this past year. So what you're going to hear now is Bray Wyatt and a cryptic, chilling message he has to say about The Undertaker and Kane.
Every night is a special night. But tonight, I wanted to know that everyone in this building, everyone watching all around the world, I wanted to give them something that they would never ever forget, yeah. Tonight, I'm going to give you something truly special. You have all bear witness to me and my brothers carrying out the rotting carcass of The Undertaker.
It gets chilling after this. I got goosebumps when I heard this message.
And you have all bear witness to me and my brothers carrying out the scorched body of Kane. But that's the thing, man. Is that it was never the bodies we wanted. Because a body is temporary. A body is disposable, and after a while, a body is completely useless. But a soul lives forever. Unless, of course, that soul is consumed by a higher power. And I have become that higher power. And like I said, I wanted to give you something tonight that you would never, ever, ever be able to forget. So tonight, allow me to enlighten you to the fact that me, I, Bray Wyatt, and my family have successfully harvested the souls of The Undertaker and Demon Kane. And that power is now surging through my veins. That power has become me, man, and it feels good, man. It feels really, really good. That power has become unconceivable, and it all belongs to me. For now, I summon the thunder. And now I summon the lightning. I summon the forces of darkness, for I am Bray Wyatt, the eater of the world. And it is well within my power to summon the forces of evil. And it is well within my power to scorch the earth. And it is well within my power to take your world and to burn it straight to hell.
Talk about chilling, bone chilling, and very, very cryptic. Bray Wyatt is proclaiming himself the new and indestructible Brothers of Destruction, as Bray claims to be The Undertaker, and Strowman, Rowan, and Harper claim to be Kane through the years. So one now, including myself and a lot of you, our fans, have questions on our mind. And the one question is, when, not if, but when, will the Brothers of Destruction answer the calling of the entire Wyatt family? It better be soon, because I want to see the challenge at Survivor Series. That will be one gruesome, brutal, and incarcerated match of all time. I'm waiting for the return of the Brothers of Destruction. Now, let's turn our attention, ladies and gentlemen, to the final match of Monday Night Raw. But before I go into the final matchup of Monday Night Raw, I want to talk about other side notes on Monday Night Raw. Little non-important matches that took place. Dolph Ziggler, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens won by way of a distraction from Prince Pretty. Tyler Breeze. Yes, Tyler Breeze now, ladies and gentlemen, is on the main WWE roster, Raw and SmackDown. And he has a target set for Dolph Ziggler. So one can imagine that's probably going to be a Survivor Series pre-show match. And you had The Miz and Cesaro. Cesaro won with the Cesaro swing. Actually, this match got started on the Raw pre-show on the WWE Network. And it came to a matchup on Raw. Cesaro won that match. And the last side note that I want to really talk about, that's really some importance, but not major importance, that Survivor Series coming up is 25 years of The Undertaker. 1990 was his debut on the $1 Million Team, and throughout the years, we've seen The Undertaker grow, and, you know, they've been doing that, you know, from time to time with The Undertaker. They've been showing that on Raw, and they're also going over, you know, how times have changed with Survivor Series, throwing important matches at Survivor Series. So that was a little bit of importance, but not too big of importance. So that's what they're going to be doing from now until Survivor Series in 3 weeks. So, you know, all that set aside, the main event of Monday Night Raw was a traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. Team Reigns versus Team Rollins. Now, throughout the night, they both had a chance, Reigns and Rollins, to recruit whoever they felt was loyal enough to join their team. Now, we saw nothing from Roman Reigns. So one was probably thinking, is anybody going to be gutsy enough to join Roman Reigns and fight Seth Rollins and Team Rollins? But we noticed that Team Rollins had a team together. He recruited Kevin Owens, the Intercontinental Champion, and the New Day, the Tag Team Champions. So if you looked at what Team Rollins was, it was champions all around. WWE Champion Seth Rollins, Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens, and the Tag Team Champions of the New Day, Big E, Kofi, and the returning Xavier Woods. Now, let's look at Roman Reigns. He comes out, one has to think, who's going to join? Well, we got a big surprise. The Usos made a return. Jimmy and Jay made a return. Who else is going to join? Ryback joined in on the fray. And last but not least, the lunatic Dean Ambrose. So we had a match of proportionary epics here on Raw. And, you know, fast forwarding, great match. You know, Xavier got quickly eliminated. And then it was Kofi. And then it was Big E. And then it was Kevin Owens. Then we had, you know, the Usos were out, unfortunately. And then, you know, Ryback got out. So it was Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns versus the WWE Champion, Seth freaking Rollins. And the end result was that Rollins would get disqualified, allowing Team Reigns to pick up a win. And they would lay waste after the match to Seth Rollins. And that, in my opinion, was a closing statement by Roman Reigns saying, hey, listen, you're a marked man. I'm hunting your title. You're the hunted. I'm the hunter. That belt is going to be mine in 3 weeks. So, stay tuned for possible spoilers that could lead to us believing that Roman Reigns is going to be the next WWE champion. So stay tuned to this show if you can catch, you know, possible hints, spoilers, that will lead you to believe that. Really nothing else to really, you know, discuss. You know, we're in for a bumpy ride for Survivor Series coming up. So, for Mr. Caldero, I am the boss. We'll see you next week on another episode of We Love It Raw. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.